Hello and welcome. Today we're making pulled duck stacked enchiladas that I think you're really gonna love. I'm Chef Jim and you're watching Publix Aprons Cooking School online. Okay, so for our duck enchiladas, first thing we need is a duck. So we've got our previously frozen duck here that we thawed in the refrigerator overnight. So we're going to prepare it for baking and we're gonna stuff it with a few aromatics. So I've got a lemon here that I'm just gonna cut in half. And I've got a bulb of garlic, I'm gonna do the same. And then I'm gonna go ahead and poke the skin of the duck with a fork. The skin of the duck contains a lot of fat, so by poking it with a fork, we're gonna allow the release of that fat and the rendering of it during the cooking process. And then I'm gonna season both sides of the duck with a little salt and pepper. Always fresh ground pepper if you can. Season the other side. Just like so. Then I'll flip it back over and we're gonna fill the cavity with the lemons and the bulb of garlic that we cut in half. This is gonna help flavor our duck and keep it nice and moist during the cooking process. After the duck is seasoned and stuffed, we're gonna place it in our roasting pan, breast side up, and we're gonna roast this at 400 degrees for 2 hours and 15 minutes. But we're gonna do it in 3 stages. We're going to cook it for 45 minutes, breast side up. Then we're gonna flip it, cook it for 45 minutes, back side up. And then we'll flip it over again for the final 45 minutes of cooking, breast side up again. This is gonna promote nice, even cooking, and it's gonna allow the skin to get nice and crispy, and the duck will be evenly cooked for us. Set the timer for 45 minutes, and then we'll come back and flip it over. Okay, next we're gonna make the sauce for our enchiladas. One of the ingredients in our sauce that we're gonna use is a guajillo chili. This is a pretty mild chili. It's the dried form of a mirasol chili. It's a Mexican pepper. It's got a nice, mild, earthy taste to it, and it's gonna make this enchilada sauce taste really good. And what I'm doing is I'm just removing the stem and the seeds. All we're gonna use is the flesh of the chili. So this is really easy. Just take the top right off, peel it, remove the stem, just kind of squeeze it in your fingers, and those seeds will come right on out. Okay, so now that the chilies have been stemmed and seeded, we're gonna give them a little dry roast in our saucepan here. So I've had this getting hot on medium heat, and we're just gonna go ahead and add our guajillos right into the pan. No oil or anything, just gonna dry roast them. And this process is gonna help develop quite a bit more flavor on these chilies. We'll let these go for 3 or 4 minutes and they're gonna become nice and fragrant and they're gonna make this sauce taste that much better. So our guajillo chilies are nice and toasted. I've been turning them occasionally. I think they're ready to go. So we can add the rest of the ingredients for our enchilada sauce. First thing I'm gonna add is some chicken stock. Might splatter a little bit because that pan's pretty hot, as you can see. Then we're gonna add a little tomato salsa.
From the jungles to the slums to the desert, we've got mercs, we got open world, we got guns, bombs, destruction, and lines through.
think I need a little bit more light. Jeez. Welcome in, everyone. DW Kitsune, thanks for stopping in. You're going to do a little bit different Nintendo Club tonight. I'm going to start off watching some of the stuff from the Nintendo Direct. Directly from the Nintendo Direct and that their thing that they did with all them games and stuff that people apparently want to watch and see and stuff. I don't know. Is that your
Mario.
magic mushroom?
I don't know, it's the Mario thing, whatever it is.
For what?
I don't know, I got it as a thing. Look here, see there's Mario.
I see Mario, but what's in the red thing?
The red thing's his head, and then you press it, and like the whole thing lights up to,
Oh.
you know.
It's a fancy-ish lanyard.
His head's supposed to light up, but I think the kid stepped on him, so it doesn't work anymore.
It busted
Which is
Mario's
right.
head.
Oh well.
This is why we
be
can't
one.
have nice things like underwater
Nope.
submersibles. Too soon?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah.
we could definitely get into that because I know all about that and what's going on.
Yeah. Skipping on safety inspections and stuff and hiring people who don't have enough experience, yeah, it can be a problem. But
Well, they
Nintendo, no, we don't need to spend any time on it. You
you're
know,
killing me on this.
we can do a moment of silence or something for the unfortunate people who lost their lives. I mean, it is, I don't care what you think about the individuals or whatnot. It stinks that they died.
It's crappy
mean,
all around, completely.
Yeah.
Definitely around.
Let's go. All right. So
You baited the hook with that one.
we're not going to talk about all of the stuff from the Nintendo Direct, but just some of it. DW, the submersible that was going down to check out the Titanic wreck,
Mm-hmm.
they lost contact with them, and they found out sometime this afternoon, I think, that they had all perished.
Loaded.
I mean, I think the biggest consolation is that they were probably like, oh crap, and then that was it.
Yeah. They imploded. It's all over the news, DW. Yeah.
Yeah, he said he heard about it. It's kind of hard to
not
miss.
hear about it.
Yeah. Boom. All right. Starting with Sonic Superstars, because Sonic is super duper.
It's a supersonic squad of superstars.
Oh my goodness.
Sonic and friends are
This
spin
looks
dashing
good.
into a brand new 2D
Yep, I'm excited about this one.
Sonic Superstars.
This looks good.
12 brand new zones
So,
await. Speed
We were
through
doing a little
beautiful
talk.
worlds as
We were doing a
Sonic.
little talking last night with Baron, and we were going
Take
on
to the
about
skies
these
as
companies
Tails.
that we're gonna see,
Scale
like
walls and
Nintendo
fly
and everything
as
else,
Knuckles.
that we're gonna currently see
Or
right
swing
now
a
in
powerful hammer
these
as
videos.
Amy Rose.
And it seems like these companies are getting on the bandwagon of, hey, why don't we remake or remaster the original game IPs that we have, and then push that over to, new gen consoles. And it seems like a lot of these companies are getting on the bandwagon with that.
Remakes have been huge for a long time, but like this isn't a remake. It's more of a reimagining, but it's not taking Sonic 1, 2, or 3. That's Sonic Origins Plus. That they're just making it so that older games are playable on newer consoles.
Exactly.
So this is not a remake.
No, this one isn't. This one isn't a remake.
Then why are you talking about remakes? This is not a remake.
Because we're gonna see Star Ocean soon.
I'm not sure I pulled that one up. I think I did. We'll talk about remakes when we get there. Keep it topical. But this is one thing I think is really cool, is being able to play as the 4 characters, which you've been able to play as 3 of them before. But then you have Amy.
You never play as the girl.
No. So Origins Plus is bringing Amy into, and that's, like I said, that's a bit of a remake. But you're going to be able to play as Amy, and I believe Knuckles and Sonic, which you haven't been able to play as Knuckles as before, I believe.
Sonic and Knuckles, yeah, you were able to.
Well, the original Sonic, the very first Sonic, I don't think Knuckles was playable. He was available for 2 and 3 because of the lock-on technology. But this is the first time for Amy. on
Oh,
GBA.
on GBA, MB was playable. I didn't know that.
I didn't play any of the Game Boy Advance games. I kind of want to pick them up, but I also don't want to pay the prices that they go for. Not that I've looked at them, because I haven't. I've already got too many games I'm not playing, so. But the biggest thing is being able to play all 4 of them at the same time. That's, I think, the big kicker for me on this. This is why I'm really excited for this one. It looks good, too. It's not on a Sega console, Kitsune. Eh. And at the time, although
Well, I
know,
don't.
the Game Boy Advance, I guess there wasn't a console from Sega for that. Eh.
Nope. The Nintendo, what Sega does now is it just,
By
hey,
harnessing
we're
the
just gonna put out
incredible
Sonic
power of the
games and
Chaos
just put them on
Emeralds,
all
you can summon a
consoles.
surprising power of the
I didn't
By
notice that
harnessing
before,
the
so this
incredible
is the way you
By
get the Chaos
harnessing the
Emeralds.
incredible
Give me some
power of the
weird
Chaos
3D
Emeralds, you can summon a
open-ish
storm of
world
claws,
area.
uncover hidden
So many
secrets,
Sonic!
and so much more.
And the Emeralds will actually help you affect the world around you,
And for the
which is
first time in the
interesting.
series, local co-op is available for up to 4 players.
Yeah, the software on the cards is like Sega, correct? Oh, that wasn't original.
Combine your powers
What we just
and
saw.
take on the evil Dr. Eggman when Sonic Superstars launches on the Nintendo Switch system this fall.
That 3D world that we saw that they bounce all around.
One thing,
That was in was it like Sonic 2 or something?
well, you had Casino Zone that kind of had that. The
Yeah.
bonus levels in the original Sonic were kind of like that. What's going on, Grave? Yeah, the software is, but I wasn't, and I'm still not really big into handhelds, so I didn't care to pick up any of the Sonic games on the handheld.
GBA. Yeah, I didn't pick them up either on GBA. I didn't even think I had a lot of GBA games.
Yeah, I don't. Actually, I think all of my, it's not that box, but all of my Game Boy Advance games pretty much fit in a box like that.
Yeah, same as me. Mine aren't really
Just
that
not-
big at all.
That box. I've got the 2 Metroid games, Golden Sun 1 and 2, and I think Advance Wars. Might have the second one, I
Golden-
forget.
Now,
But
speaking of
I'm-
Golden Sun, I was talking to Baron last night, and he said, you know, it'd be pretty cool if Nintendo puts out Golden Sun 1 and 2 on a cart and pushes that cart out. As
Aren't they putting it on Nintendo Online?
remastered. They did on Nintendo Online.
There's
yeah,
no,
they
they won't put it out on a cart. There's no reason for them to do that. That's
because
why. So Super Mario RPG was just announced. Everyone was wondering why it wasn't released on the N64 online stuff. This is why. Because
That's why. Okay.
you want to play it on the Switch, you're gonna have to buy it. Suckers.
So technically, if we don't see it on the N64 or we don't see it on Game Boy Advance, that means it could be in the works somewhere that they're gonna re-release it or something.
It's possible. But Nintendo likes to piecemeal that stuff out. So, like, they won't have half of the library of any console out or even close to it, except for maybe the N64 if they release something every month. Because that's not how they operate. And the next console that comes out, they'll be like, okay, we got to start all over again. Sorry, guys.
Oh, Nintendo did release an interesting game. Like it's remastered for the Switch. It's actually called Ghost Trick. Baron was playing it, and it was original game on the 3DS, and now it's coming to the Switch with touch integration for the game itself. So that looks pretty cool that they announced. That one I'm kind of excited about because you could touch and solve puzzles on the Switch. So that's utilizing the touchscreen on the Switch was a smart idea. Most
But
games
you have
they
to
don't
play it
even
in handheld mode.
any of
Though.
them. You could play it in handheld mode for that, or you could do TV and use the controller.
But then you won't have the touch screen.
Right. So it's Ghost Trick does look good though. That's another re-release that they're doing.
We're jumping ahead. Just keep to the topics on hand. We haven't even finished with Sonic yet.
We
But
just saw Sonic, didn't we?
yeah, but we haven't finished talking about it. Sonic Superstars.
Oh,
Pretty neat that you're going to be able to play 4-player co-op.
wait, there's 4-player in that?
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
I
not
didn't know that.
listening. Like when I paused it on the screen where it had all 4 of them, I was like,
Oh, I thought they were just showing you the play, like the people you could play.
it was the people you can play, but you have all 4 of those people on the screen at the same time. And Sega's hinting at something, like they released something with Robotnik laughing in the background and Sonic is tied up. So there's something else going on happening.
Really?
So
Wow.
there's probably more that we don't know about, which,
That
surprise, surprise, they can't put all of their eggs in one basket.
That's interesting. I got to take a look at that and see.
Yep.
But the game looks good. The graphics look good. Everything looked good.
I agree. It looked nice. All right, well, I think that's good for Sonic. So Super Mario RPG, a lot of people are excited about it. And at first I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe I'll finally get through and play it. Probably not, because I hadn't looked to see what the price is for this one. I tried to find it yesterday after the direct, and it wasn't up on the website. But I imagine it's going to be $50 or $60.
Probably, I would say more like 60. Yeah.
Because here's a remake. From what little I've played, it looks like it's going to have pretty much everything the original did, from what I've played and what I've seen.
Oh, this game is beautiful. Yeah, look at this.
They kind of look chibi though.
Well, Kitsune, in all reality, guaranteed this game will be $70. Anything that is exclusive to the Switch moving forward, like Zelda, Zelda was $70. So I'm almost going to take a guaranteed guess and say that this game is going to be $70.
I would say first party titles, that might be correct. But this is a remake. If they charge $70 for it, nobody should buy it.
They did Etrian Odyssey, which was a which was a 3DS exclusive, the remake, and they charged $70 for that.
Yeah,
and
people shouldn't have bought it.
I was a 3DS exclusive. So I'm kind of.
There's another one that's being remade that we can talk about later. That they're remaking. If that's $70, I won't buy it. I'll wait till I can find it on sale, or I just won't play it at all.
Well, I'd like to see this one.
But the thing is, bringing something from the 3DS to the console might be a little bit more of a challenge than updating a Super Nintendo game. I don't know. I would actually think it would be, but let's watch the video. I mean, it looks really fluid. He can run and swim and climb. Good job, Mario. Oh, he can jump. It's Mallow, or whatever.
That was pretty good.
So, was that the super jumping you were talking about, Knocker? How's it going tonight, dude?
Might have been.
But timing that is a bit satisfying. It's me, Mario. I am the superstar.
You know, he doesn't look that bad.
Let me see if I can. So this part right here, I think, when he's jumping on the flowers, and he's jumping multiple times on them.
I never played this game in its entirety.
I didn't either. November 17th.
I do know that one of the hardest RPG bosses is in this game. I think it's like the last boss or the hidden boss or something like that that you have to fight, and I think that boss is ridiculously crazy.
I didn't get that far into it. And I just.
I remember seeing Slippy play it, and him getting up to that boss. I know that boss was really hard because he was saying the boss was like ridiculously hard. So
So, Super Mario RPG, November 17th, $60. Which, if it's just a straight remake, in my mind, that's too much. A remake of a game should not cost $60.
I agree.
And I mean, like, this one cost 60, but Metroid Prime for the GameCube, which was a bigger game, was $40. So,
Yeah, it was $40 when they put it out. Everybody went nuts over that. GameStop was sold out. Everywhere was sold out. People were selling it for astronomical prices on eBay, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, everybody had the game.
The thing is, everywhere has to order the number of copies that they want, and no place is going to want to be like, oh yeah, give me 1,000, because there's no way of knowing of how well it's going to sell, especially when there's not a huge build up to it, because there wasn't
True.
much of time between the release and, I mean, the announcement and the release. And so Nintendo didn't ship out a bunch. They probably had a bunch more being made, but people being overzealous and not being patient and willing to wait did what they do and buy it for more than it costs because they can't wait. They have to have it now. Which, if you're really willing to pay a premium, fine, have at it. But
I mean, look at Sonic Frontiers. That dropped drastically in price from it first coming out. I mean, you can get it for almost nothing right now.
outside of first-party Nintendo games, that's pretty much what happens with most games.
You know what's really crazy about it, though? I was looking at games like first-party Nintendo games, and that boxing game Arms is still $60. That was one of the first games that was released with Gen 1 Switch. And I'm amazed by that. I'm like, how was that? You know, that's crazy.
Is that $60 new or used?
I think it's used.
But that might be that they didn't make a bunch of them, and
I have
people
to
want it.
look.
Or people must have it on physical. It's okay. Super Mario World is still $60 if you look at the right shops.
Yeah, you're right, Knocker. You're right, but you know, it's just I'm surprised. Like Breath of the Wild is still is like a lot of money.
No,
Here I'll look.
Breath of the Wild isn't. If you want it new, it might be, but I got it used for less than $20.
Oh, Arms used is $34.99.
And that's the thing, especially since the Switch has carts, even if they're like an SD card, they're gonna hold up better than discs.
Breath of the Wild right now. How much did you say you got it for?
Used less than $20 complete.
Wow. So pre-owned standard edition on GameStop is $54.99.
That's kind of funny because that's where I bought it from. So apparently I should go trade it in and make money.
And then you could either buy Breath of the Wild for the Switch or the Wii U. For the Wii U, it's $29.99.
No, I have Breath of the
Um,
Wild for the Switch.
it's cheaper on the Wii U than it is on the Switch, but it's yeah, new it's $60, pre-owned 54. That's crazy.
Doing a quick look, Super Mario RPG for the Super Nintendo loose is $80 according to price charting. So, I mean, I guess if you have to play it, at least you can get it for $60 and it'll look and probably play better.
Exactly. Mario RPG is a good game anyway.
Zelda usually takes a decade to be a normal price.
Well,
This
yeah,
thing is
you're
like
completely right about that. I
now
mean,
people are just crazy about the prices and stuff.
yeah, nobody wants to play prices anymore.
Well, I
Nobody
mean,
wants to pay
but also people
these.
aren't selling their games as much because the people that are okay with having it digital are getting it digital. People who want it
Yeah.
physical are getting it physical, and so the demand for the physical ones is dropping. So the secondary market will hopefully won't be too bad.
Well, I've also noticed too, going through Target and Walmart and everything, that a lot of the physical sections are kind of like the physical games that are there are kind of dwindling. Like the other day, I was at Best Buy picking up a Zelda controller, and the physical games that were there for the Switch are kind of like fading. The physical games for PS4, PS5, and Xbox are kind of like fading.
They're in the
It
they're
kind of seems,
it it like astounds me that people are so just surprised that this is happening when everyone has known that it's going to happen because consoles follow PC and PC has been digital only for quite a while. I mean, yeah, you might be able to go find a bundle of puzzle games at Target or Walmart or someplace, but the time I walked into GameStop and they had a tiny shelf of when I walked in and I couldn't find the computer games because they used to have a big section, and then it
nah,
seemed like no time passed, and I was like, "Where are the PC games?" They're like, "Oh, they're on the bottom of that shelf over there." And I was like,
yeah,
"Oh,
PC games are almost non-existent.
yeah, you got to go digital." And so that's why we've got Steam and we've got Good Old Games and or GOG and Epic and Amazon Prime Gaming and all this other stuff that ways of getting your games digitally.
That's
It's just funny that, at least to me, that people are complaining and the sky is falling and Chicken Little and all that stuff when there's nothing that anyone can do because that's the way it's going for consoles, because that's the way it went for PCs. Special editions will still be made so you can get a physical copy, but then physical copies may just be here's your case and here's a code so you can download your stuff.
yeah, that's true. It seems like that's the way things are going right now.
Yep.
It's just physical's just going
Physical is
fading
going
away, I
away.
think. Which is sad, but I mean, what are you gonna do?
I have no idea what that website used to be. So if you want to enlighten us, Kitsune, I know what GOG is, but don't know the other one. Let's get to the next video. Not even sure which one it is. Oh, I think it might be Wonder. Yeah.
Onward and upward.
Oh yeah, this game looks phenomenal.
That was the game volume. I wasn't impressed with it. But we'll talk about that after the trailer.
Ah, I'd love to hear that. magical, whatever it is, and then starts hallucinating. Whoa. Hmm.
That's what it shows.
So let's hear why you don't
October 20th.
like this.
Hold on. We'll get to it.
Wowie zowie! That Goomba looks so sorry. Well then.
I have to figure out how to go back. It just seems like more of the same for me. There doesn't seem to be anything really special about Super Mario Brothers Wonder. The biggest change, I would say, is they've added Daisy to the roster of playable characters.
It looks like Mario U and all those other Mario games that we have out there.
Exactly. It's
The
the
only
same game
difference is-
with a little bit of a twist. And for me, you know, it's not, unless it's something that I really want to play, I don't care. I mean, StarCraft, I love StarCraft. I played it a ton. StarCraft 2, pre-ordered, got the Legendary Edition or whatever, played the beta, and I was like, this is just StarCraft, but more of it.
Wow, so what'd you do? Cancel your pre-order and everything?
Nope. Held on to it and sold it for profit. And I still haven't played StarCraft 2. There's nothing that like jumps out like, oh yeah, this is gonna be the best game ever. I could get a very similar experience by playing Super Mario Brothers Wii U, or New Super Mario Brothers Wii U, or New Super Luigi Brothers Wii U, or whatever.
They hint at the end though. It looks like they're going to be making Luigi's what is it? Haunted Mansion. That's what they see. Like they kind of hint at it.
I didn't get that idea from it.
They said, "Oh, hold on, you know, something with Luigi or whatever."
But he said,
At
hold
the
on,
end.
after Mario turned into the elephant.
Right, but there was something that was there at the end of it, which is what they were talking about.
It'll be
think
interesting
that-
how the other characters look as elephants.
That Goomba looks so
I think
sorry.
this elephant thing might be a special like one-time thing.
But see, that was, dang it, just go burr.
It was.
Yeah, new Super Mario, 2D Super Mario is boring. Lost all the amazing designs from 3 and 4. There just doesn't seem, which more of the same isn't necessarily a bad thing, because I'm sure that it will be a really good game. It'll be solid. People that play it will enjoy it, have lots of fun, probably have great things to say about it. But it's it's just more of the same. And this is $60. I don't understand why this game is worth $60. And to me, you know, people can buy whatever they want, but I just don't think it's that like this huge leap or improvement or anything. I could go back and play New Super Mario Brothers Wii U or Switch or whatever, and have just as much fun.
I can see that. I also think
the
Mario
Wonder
Maker was
Seeds or
very-
whatever that are supposed to make crazy things happen to some of the worlds. It's kind of interesting, but
Mario Maker was a really good game.
I just... Yeah, they could have just been like, alright, we're going to take a bunch of the levels that were released for Super Mario Maker 2 and release them in a compilation so that you can keep them forever. But Daisy as the newest character is like the biggest thing to me. Because, I mean, every new
Really?
Super Mario Brothers has a couple little twists here and there, which is fine. But it just... Like, what is going to make this one stand out from all the other ones?
Probably, I mean, really the elephant. I really think the elephant, the world
Are you saying that
design,
it's
way
the
it
elephant in the room?
is. The Super Mario Maker was a wonderful game. I think that they should have pushed and made like different designs and stuff in. I really enjoy, and even to this day, I still play it, Super Mario Maker on the Wii U.
The thing is, like, Mario Maker was made for the Wii U. It was perfect because you could use the touchpad to move things around. It was quicker. In my mind, it was better than it was on the Switch because you had to sit there and move stuff around instead of just being like, I want this here and this here and this here and this here. And da. I think we have. I know we've got Mario Maker for the Wii U. I don't remember if we picked it up for the Switch. We
It's
may have
really
picked up the
fun. I
second
don't.
one.
Did they create it for the Switch?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
And then they made
I have
Mario
it for
Maker
the
2.
Wii U.
Thing is,
Wow.
Nintendo ported a bunch of stuff from the Wii U. Because they may have lost money on the Wii U, but when they brought it to the Switch, which it was easy for them to do, didn't cost them a bunch of money.
Nope. They're very smart with their business ethics.
I
Rather
wouldn't
than
say
stuff.
ethics. 'Cause
Well,
what they're
they're
charging
smart
people
with
is
their
crazy.
tactics, their business tactics, and how they handle it.
I wouldn't say that they're smart on that either. Eventually, people are going to get tired of it. I would hope and think.
Yeah, people get tired of a lot of things, especially with Nintendo
Just
and the
because,
prices.
like, if Nintendo, whatever the next console is, if they don't carry over their online stuff in 2023 or 24, 25, whenever it is it releases, like, people should be like, we need to boycott Nintendo until they get this squared away. Because everything you bought on the Wii U did not transfer to the Switch. Anything you bought on the Wii did not transfer to the Switch. Technically, you can
That's
kind of play it on
true.
the Wii U by going into that interface, but there's no reason why everything you bought on the Wii, well, there should have been no reason why anything you bought on the Wii U, the 3DS, it all should have carried over to the Switch so you could play it there.
Right, it should have been
What's going on, Slippy?
transferable.
Exactly, Kitsune. They could not care less. Pay again and shut up. And the thing is,
Yep.
Nintendo fans are willing to do it. They're willing to pay the same price or pay more for the same thing over and over again. Which is, like, this is what, to me, Super Mario Brothers Wonder is. It's the same game. They tweaked it a little bit, and now they're going to charge you $60 for it. And unfortunately, people are going to pay it.
Yes, they are.
If you emulate or hack our console, we sue you.
That's true
right.
too. Yep.
Thing
They're
is,
all
it's
friendly.
it stinks, but it's their IP and they can do what they want with it.
They're all friendly on the Nintendo Direct. Hey guys, look at all this. But in the
Oh,
background,
the
they have
Nintendo Directs
lawyers
are,
working
in
on
my mind, a joke. It's so over rehearsed and stale and so
it.
fake
Yup.
that I mean, I'm sure some people buy into it or whatnot, but I mean, even their trailers and stuff for games, they're hokey. They're so hokey.
They are. It's bad. It is bad.
Everyone
It
knows that
is.
with everything now
It's true.
remasters. Yeah, you missed us talking about the Mario RPG selling for $60 remaster, overpriced, not worth it. but at the end of the day, it is still cheaper than getting Super Mario RPG for the Super Nintendo loose. So, but onward and upward. Yeah, I'm not excited for it. I was excited for like this long. I was like, oh, maybe I'll pick it up and then I'll finally play through it. And then I was like, no, probably not. If I can get it for $5, if I can get it for $5, I will physical. I will play through it. I will stream all of it, and that'll be a game that everyone can walk me through. Hanging on to the box. Is that all you got, Kitsune? Is the box? Let's get rid of the elephant in the room.
Super Mario RPG box.
I'm more excited for this, which it is a remaster.
Oh, I have no ties with Pinkman. When I saw this one, I was like, this is all Owaz. I can't talk to this one. You definitely can. I'm not. Yep, that's correct, Slippy. It's just nostalgia for people. So all it is nostalgia. So is this like a remaster?
I don't know if it's a remaster or if they're I think they're just making it playable on the Switch. Now available separately or as a bundle. And say these are individually $30. I think it's kind of ridiculous. In the bundle for both of them, it's $50. That's better, but I mean, like $20, especially like I said, I don't think it's a remaster. I think it is just make it playable on the Switch.
Wait, seriously? They're charging you $30 each?
Yeah, and I think that's too much. I'm excited that they're doing it, but I'll wait until I can get it for cheaper.
That's insane.
You played Super Mario RPG for the first time this past year, and I thought it was scrolling text. It was fine. I don't think it was especially special. I think that's mostly nostalgia for people. Yep. Too short, not mind-blowing. That's 1, 2, and 3 plushies of Pikmin with the Captain guy. Yeah, I've got a plushie from number 2. I think it's the white one. Got it from Nintendo somehow or another. It's not a remake, except it adds modes.
I buy all those controllers and bullshit that I don't need. I buy the Zelda controller and all the Zelda stuff because I collect Zelda stuff.
So, I think it's neat that they're bringing them out, and I hope that they drop the prices of them. But now you can play Pokemon. Holy crap. we're not even talking about Pokemon tonight on here, so hopefully anyone who's interested in Pokemon saw the Nintendo Direct and for that stuff because it does nothing for
Yeah,
me. But Pikmin 1,
that
2,
stuff
3,
looks
and
good.
4 are going to be available on the Switch. So you'll be able to play the entire library of Pikmin games on the Switch. It's kind of
For
neat.
$30 each.
Well, Pikmin 1 is 30, Pikmin 2 is 30, Pikmin 3 is 60, which was released over almost 3 years ago, and then Pikmin 4, which comes out next month, is 60. But you can get Pikmin 1 and 2, and you save $10 if you get them in the bundle. But I have 3 for the Wii U, and so I don't plan on picking it up on the Switch. I'll pick up 4 probably at some point. I don't play a ton anymore, so like something's really got to grab me. Oh crap, I don't think I grabbed the there was one game that really caught my attention though. I realized the other day at this collecting forum from the middle class is just going to
I
keep
like
us
that
working longer
considering.
when we realize our 401ks and retirement aren't enough because we bought all these plastic goods.
I don't know. My 401k is completely separate from all the plastic goods that I have. My 401k is my 401k. My video game collecting is my video game collecting. And I have a separate I have a separate retirement fund. I have a 401k and I have all the video games and everything else.
Are you saying your video games are your retirement fund?
No, I have a 401k.
I mean, I
I
have a 401k too, but you know, the stock market doing what it did kind of killed it a wee bit.
I think I guess I don't what you're saying is Slippy, essentially we're buying all the plastic stuff and we just keep on working to buy the games, or is it just we work
Because we buy so much stuff that we're not putting money into the long term. And so you're going to have all this plastic, but not enough to survive unless you sell the plastic stuff. And maybe not even then.
I don't know, I do long I perceive long term. Like this I don't I mean it is what it is. I mean, are you like are you beholden to, of all your plastic items, or you would just get rid of them at a whim?
Most of it, I think I could get rid of. But there is definitely some stuff I would want to hold on to.
Like, I know as you look up top, you're 100% looking at your first Sega Genesis
Nope.
with the box. No?
That's
Oh
over there.
wow. Oh, I
See,
have wrong direction.
I could get rid of the Genesis, but I would hold on to. Well, a topic for another time.
Yeah.
Yes, see, he's saying we're wasting money that we could be saving. But
I can
you could
see
also
that.
say you're spending money on an investment, which is the same thing you do if you put it into a savings account or if you put it into the stock market. All right, on to Pikmin 4, which should be next one.
You're wasting money that you could be saving. But what happens if you're saving money and wasting it?
Welcome to the Rescue Corps.
Slippy,
As its
don't you have a
newest
lot of
recruit,
video
you'll
games
venture to a
yourself?
mysterious planet with all
Still?
sorts of
And
life
toys?
forms.
Ooh,
There,
that looked pretty
you'll
cool,
meet
the underwater
plant-like
guy.
creatures called Pikmin.
Pikmin.
So those are
And the
Pikmin.
adorable
Yep.
rescue pup, Ochi. Good boy.
Ochi.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it, repair the damaged Rescue Corps spaceship and save any castaways you find. All right, let's explore together. Once plucked.
So this one, I like the Pikmin series. I think it's still like new enough that for me it grabs my attention. I enjoyed playing. I played through the first one. I haven't beat the second one, but I beat the third one.
Are they fun games?
I enjoy them. Yeah, I mean, you go around and basically it's almost like a slight farming simulator because you got to go and grab them, take them back to these pods. Well, this one looks like it's a multicolored pod. That's interesting. The previous versions, there's a red pod, a blue pod, yellow pod. I think the first one, that's all there is 3 different colors. But you have to take them to individual pods. You take the things back, they shoot out and they sprout out of the ground like a plant. And depending on how long you leave them there, they can upgrade from like a seedling to having a big leaf to having a bud to having an actual flower.
What? So you're just saving them or you're just planting them?
Yes.
Oh, so for both. Okay. I've never played Pikmin before.
Pikmin are ready
Baron
for action.
See,
here.
she's pulling them
Blow
up out
your
of the
whistle
ground.
to gather them and
These
have
are all
them
like
follow
stage
you.
1.